Hi, it's Natalie. We are back in Spain, so we came back from the UK 2 days ago. And then yesterday I went to the ophthalmologist with Duvel, who is my 12-year-old dog with an autoimmune disease, so he has IBD. And somehow that has caused some eye problems in the past year. So he had several eye infections. And then eventually, now yesterday, we found out that due to the infections, he has developed glaucoma. So this apparently happens sometimes when dogs have eye infections because the glaucoma starts when the iris is attached to the eye. So basically the fluid behind the iris cannot move around anymore. And then it causes a lot of pressure and that causes glaucoma. So he now got some extra drops to reduce the pressure in his eye. He is already on a very tight schedule of multiple drops a day, but at least the infection is gone, which I think is the most important part, because before he had this massive blood clot in his eye, and that's gone now at least. So he will be on drops for the rest of his life. And there was a very cute little doggy at the ophthalmologist that looked like an astronaut with his cone on. And today I am going to Nerja, which is a little town nearby, to get my nails done. So my Scottish nails are going away, sadly, but I'm not sure what I am gonna do next. I considered doing another tartan print, but in the print of my handbag that I bought in Scotland that matches Pancake's little bow tie. So I have Pancake and Twix with me. Twix is on my lap and Pancake is sitting next to me, both attached, of course. So we will show you around a little bit in Nerja. So we are now walking around in Nerja. I have to carry Pancake because I rescued him not that long ago. So he came from the shelter a bit before I went to Scotland. And he has lived in a puppy mill all his life before that. So he's really not used to being out in the open and he's a bit stressed. So when I put him down, he refuses to walk. So I'm carrying him to make him feel more at ease. And hopefully later he will walk a bit. So it's one of the first times that he's going out. So we need to show him that we are here for him and we support him. But Twix, as you can tell, is very relaxed. So this right here is one of the most, I would say, famous spots of Nerja, or the most beautiful spots. Here on the right you have the Balcón de Europa. There's always lots of artists here playing music, which is really nice. Let's go. And there is this really little house on the beach. It's pretty cool. So Nerja actually has 13 different beaches. I haven't been to all of them. Some are real touristy, some are actually really, really nice. We'll go to some of them in the future, but today we are not going to the beach, but to one of my favorite places to work. It's a coffee shop called Cafuné here in Nerja. You really need to check it out when you're visiting. Pancake is really holding on for dear life. Oh, baby. I hope he will get more used to it as we go, because I would like to take him with me anywhere I go, just as I do with Twix and Naya. I didn't take Naya today because I wanted to be able to focus on Pancake more, which clearly was necessary. So Pancake got this pretty bow tie on that I got for him in Edinburgh. And Twix as well. Look at this pretty girl. And of course, I am wearing my matching handbag to match Pancake's bow tie. So we stopped at a little park here. I'm hoping that Pancake will do a little pee-pee. He's drooling a bit from stress. But it looks, yeah, good boy. Yeah. Ah, good. So here, yeah, there's a man making kissy faces at me. Awkward. Yeah. Look at these two. There's the man. So we are now sitting in cafe. Pancake is a lot happier. I'm gonna have a pistachio cookie, a matcha with coconut milk, and a flat white. This is such a nice place. The owners are so nice. They're always super nice to the dogs. It's really one of my favorite places in Andalusia. Pancake's drool on my lap. So Pancake did okay at Cafuné. I feel like he's a little bit more relaxed, but I still need to carry him because we need to get to my nails appointment on time and he refuses to walk. So, little prince. Here we have the Plaza España, which is the name of a place you can find in probably every Spanish city or town. I feel like all of these places are always called Plaza España. Here we have the Alehop, which is one of my favorite little shops in Spain. We don't have time to go in now, but they have lots of cool stuff, little gadgets, and every week, or maybe not every week, but quite often, things change. So every time I go there, they have new things on which I shouldn't be spending my money. What is this? Twix is going to catch a pigeon. Or that's what she thought. So one of the reasons I love living in Spain, or in this part of Spain, is that it is super dog friendly here. I can take the dogs almost everywhere. So right now I'm gonna take them to the nail salon. I can take them into most shops, into most restaurants, bars. I can even take them into the pharmacy or bring them to the doctor with me. So it's really crazy. And it's a bit strange because in a way, Spain is also quite terrible on animal cruelty. So there is a lot of, I don't know, it's like in one way you have this new law that has passed, like an animal welfare law, where pets, or at least dogs, are now considered part of the family. So they are not treated as property anymore, which is a first. I don't think any other country has that law. But then on the other hand, you have lots of hunting dogs that are being mistreated. They are really treated horribly. Then you have all the bullfighting. And in general, people just, I mean, I'm generalizing, but I would say the older generation of Spanish people doesn't always treat their dogs like, I'm gonna say like I do, or yeah, like, you know, I and probably you, if you're watching this, we treat our dogs as children. And a lot of times the dogs I see here that live in the countryside, they're more some kind of outside thing that sometimes gets food, sometimes not, sometimes is locked up and being abused. So it's quite strange. So the dogs were really good at the nail salon. I got my nails done while they were napping a bit. And we're now gonna go home, walk the other dogs and get some more done.